Hello and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I am absolutely thrilled today to be trying a puzzle by a constructor who I sort of feel quite emotional about. The puzzle on the screen is by Kane Puzzles, which is the pseudonym of Chan Erturan. And Chan's an amazing young man. We first heard about Chan when he was 12 years old in June, I think 2020. And he started submitting puzzles to us. 12 years old. And we were solving these puzzles and thinking, these are absolutely fantastic. And Chan has, we've featured Chan so many times over the years in between. And then a couple of weeks ago, we heard that Chan had been accepted for Harvard. And I've just made up for him. It's phenomenal. It's not very surprising because he's clearly an absolute phenom, a complete genius when it comes to logic puzzles, Sudoku puzzles. Chan's been competing in the World Sudoku Championship with amazing distinction for years, and yeah, it's a thrill to have seen his progression. I mean, he was brilliant at the beginning, but all of his recent puzzles, if you've been following the channel for any amount of time, you'll know he is exceptionally gifted. And this is his new one, so we're going to have a go at this. And Chan, if you are watching this, I'm just absolutely delighted that you've got into your dream university, and what a credit you will be to Harvard. They've got a very, very talented young man on their books now. So anyway, we'll look at the rules of this one, which has got 4 stars out of 5 for difficulty. In a moment or two, there's an anti-night constraint in this one, but we've had it recommended to us a few times as well, so I'm sure it's going to be an absolute joy to solve, and that is what I'm going to attempt to do. But before we do that, and before we read the rules together, let me trot through some other things that are going on around the channel. We did stream last night. We went back to the Blueprints mansion. Oh my goodness. Things are happening that I don't really understand. Although I did have a thought today about what happened last night. I don't want to spoil it because in case some of you are planning to watch the VOD, something does happen, or something did happen last night. Mavericks flying over. That's happening now. Something did happen, and I haven't a thought I want to explore next time we go back to the Blueprints mansion, which will be next Monday. Yeah. In the meantime, thanks to those of you who watched, and I'll try and remember to put a link to the VOD in case you want to catch up. Other news, Mark is meant to be picking the winner for this month's Patreon reward as we speak, but he hasn't told me who it is yet. So we may have to hold off for another day before we announce the winner of April's competition. May's competition, which is obviously fast approaching, we will launch that on the 1st of May. It's going to be themed on Spider-Man, so look out for that. 8 puzzles, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And I've got birthdays to do today. Now, the first birthday actually is for Jonesy, who is another very talented constructor. Jonesy's turning 44 today. Happy birthday, my friend. I will do one of your puzzles soon as a birthday present. We get Jonesy's puzzles recommended to us a lot as well. So Jonesy, I owe Itrio one. I know Jonesy one. I will keep a tally and expect to see them on the channel soon. Although tomorrow is Rat Run Day, isn't it? It's Marty Sears Day tomorrow, almost certainly. Yeah. Anyway, Jonesy, many happy returns. I hope the chocolate cake is splendid. Next, Kenton. Kenton, you're turning 28 today, and I know this because your wife Bethany wrote to me telling me that the two of you have just got married, I think, on the 4th of April. So huge congratulations for that over there in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm sure you had good cake for the wedding, and I hope you have good cake today as well. And then finally, Samantha. Samantha, you've turned 34 today, and I know this because your fiancée Jamie wrote to me. I think Samantha's from the US and Jamie's from the UK. and the two of you are getting married in October. So best of luck with that. I hope the weather is fine. And I have a message, Samantha, for you from Jamie. Jamie says that you inspire and brighten every day that the two of you are together. And he's so proud of you and will support you. And he'll be there throughout everything. He says, especially the cheesecake eating. He wanted, I think that was a very important point he wanted to make, especially the cheesecake eating. I don't know if that's something that's planned today for your birthday, Samantha, but if it is, I hope it's chocolate cheesecake. And I hope the most important thing about cheesecake is not that it's US-style cheesecake. US-style cheesecake doesn't have a firm biscuit base, does it? That's all wrong. That's all wrong. Cheesecake must have a firm biscuit base. This is what you come to the channel for. Knowledge bombs. Anyway, Samantha, many happy returns. Enjoy the cheesecake, even if it isn't with a firm biscuit base. I think that's all the news. I've got distracted by thinking about cheesecake. Let's have a look at the rules of peer pressure by Cane Puzzles, Chan Erturan. The rules of this one are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules applying, so we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 blocks, 3x3 box even. Now, cells separated by a chess knight's move cannot contain the same digit. So let's make the central digit green. Now, if this was a chess knight, it could bound to any of those cells, couldn't it? And therefore, whatever this digit is, let's say it was a 1, these digits, these orange digits, couldn't be the digit 1. So obviously normal Sudoku would prevent lots of digits from being the digit 1. All of those couldn't be the digit 1 because of normal Sudoku. But in addition, these orange ones can't be the digit 1 either. So that is how the knight's move works. Now, what else? Digits along grey thermometer shapes, digits increase along grey thermometer shapes starting from the circular end. So digits along a thermometer must increase from the bulb end. So just as mercury rises in real-world thermometers as the temperature rises, so must digits rise as we move from the bulb to the tip of a Sudoku thermometer. So if this digit was the digit 2, this has to be more than 2. It doesn't have to be 3. You can miss digits out, but it does have to increase. So this would be, I think, a legitimate way to fill that thermometer. And then there is only one more rule. Each purple line contains a set, it says, of distinct consecutive digits in any order. So we might say a non-repeating set of consecutive digits. So if this was a 1, then this line would have to contain the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's a 6-length line. So it would have to be, but they don't have to be in order. So it could be, that would be a completely legitimate way to fill the line. And they are all the rules. Do have a go. We're going to do battle with a Harvard undergraduate today. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. So, I mean, at first blush, I don't see anything very obvious here at all. I imagine we're going to have to think about these lines. That one is length. Okay, so these two lines here are length 6 renbands, which means that because we're taking a consecutive series of digits, even if we start with the digit 1, if the digit 1 was on either of these renbands, they would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If the digit 9 was on them, they'd be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So we know that whatever is on these renbands, 6, 5, and 4 must be on them. Now, so they've both got 6, 5, and 4 on them. Let's make them different colours for a moment. They've both got 6, 5, and 4 on them. And I don't actually know how to use that. Sorry, I was thinking that might be a sensible thing. I was wondering whether maybe I don't have a clue. I'm sorry. I think that's just I mean, it's a truth. What I've said there is a truth, but I don't actually think it's how. Well, if it is how to start the puzzle, I'm not seeing why. So maybe it's the knight's move, is it? Is it this digit in this box? That's possible. So where does this digit go in this box? It obviously can't repeat on its renban by the rules of renban. So, and it can't go there by knight's move, so it is one of those 3 cells. But there's no necessity for it to be on this one, is there? What about this cell then? Let's try that one. So that cell in this box can't, again, it can't repeat on the line it's already on. So it can't go there. So it's in one of 3 places. Now, does this one have to appear on that one? If this was a 1 and this was a 9, I mean, it doesn't. If that one isn't on this renban, it has to be in there, and then in one of those 3. This is actually not very easy, is it? I can't see how to start this at all. What's going on with this? Am I being really dense? A chorus of people from my future just chant at me. Yes, you are. You dense man. I don't mean to be. What? Come on. What on earth is going on? I'm so sorry if this is obvious. I can't see what to do at all. I don't think it can be it can't be I mean, what secrets do we know about thermometers? Almost nothing. There's only one secret, and it's sort of 2, but it's really 1. The digit 1. If we were going to put a 1 on this thermometer, it couldn't go in those 3 cells, because then, say it was here, this would have to be a digit lower than 1, and there are no such Sudoku digits. So if there is a 1 on that thermo, it has to go there. Similarly, if there's a 9 on the thermo, it has to go there. They are the limits of my secrets about thermometers. I mean, like as with the renbans, you can't repeat a digit on there, which means that digit, whatever that digit is, now I'm good. Just bear with me. I'm going to make it orange just for a second. I'm not saying that this digit. I am actually saying this digit isn't green. I am saying that, but I'm not saying it's not blue. In box 6 here, it can't go in this cross because of a mixture of Sudoku and the knight's move constraint, which knocks it out of those 2. So it's not in those, and it can't repeat on its thermo. So it is on the renban. Yeah, I mean, this one might be on the renban as well if it was that one. That one is also on the renban. So those 2 are on this renban and are not, therefore. Okay, so these 2 are not green. So that's. Is that saying something to me? These 2 are on this renban and are not green. So 3 of the digits on this renban are green, and these 2 thermo digits, which are definitely not consecutive. Because, I mean, if that's a 3, this digit, the least this could be would be 5. So I'm sorry. I don't think it does do anything. These two digits are on this Renban. Yes. Well, that does do something. That does do one thing. I think it does make that green, actually. That's really weird. That's really, really weird. And I'm finding it a bit odd to it. Why is that not obvious to me? I don't know why that's not obvious to me. Yeah. Okay. So the way I should have started this actually is not here. I should have started with this thermo. And that is very, very surprising. I mean, a 4-cell thermometer really is not, it's not a creature. It's like me at a party. It's a creature that sits in the corner and you don't pay it too much attention because it's frankly dull. And yet this one has hidden depths to it. I'd love to say a bit like me, but I can't really claim that. The point is this cell, actually. So if we think about this thermometer, what we're saying is that 2 digits on this thermometer are definitely on this Renban in box 6 because of the Knight's move and the fact we can't repeat a digit on a thermometer. So it's self-evidently obvious when I say it. So this digit, which must, from a value perspective, lie between these two, because these two are on this Renban and this Renban is a consecutive sequence, that digit must be on the Renban too. Because imagine this was 3 and this was 7. If 3 and 7 are on that Renban, so is every digit between 3 and 7. So that one, numerically, is clearly between these two digits. So where does that digit go on this Renban? Well, it's got to be that one because it can't repeat in its box. So that is green. That's really weird and quite lovely. Now, now I've got to be careful. Hang on. Well, no. I can get green in box 9 because green can't be repeated on the thermo and it can't be a Knight's move away from itself. So this is green. But I've taken out orange because I was starting to think of orange as being the same digits, which is nonsense. So, but I do know green is different from blue. So where is... Green can't repeat on its own Renban. Whenever green appears on a Renban, it can't repeat on it. So green is restricted in box 8, actually. It's ridiculous. It's like magic. Where's green in box 5 now? It can't go a Knight's move away from itself, so it's not there. It's not in its own column. It's not in its own row, and it doesn't repeat on its own thermometer, so it is there. Now, it can't be there because of... it's placed. It's placed because it must be in these 3 cells. It's not in its own row, and it's not a Knight's move away from itself, so it's actually... It's on this Renban. It's in one of those 3 by Sudoku. No, it's not here. It would be a Knight's move away from itself. It's in one of those 2. It's very slightly restricted in box 7. So in box 7, it can't be in its own row. It can't be in this domino, actually. That's a sort of Knight's move trick that we see. If you've done a few Knight's move Sudokus, you will know this trick. If you were to put a green in either of these, it would see this domino of green, because it would see one of them in its row and one of them by Knight's move. So imagine this was green, then neither of these could be green. If this was green, neither of these could be green. So there's no green in there, there's no green in here, and that cell can't be green for the same reason. That would knock green out of that domino. So green is in one of 3 places in box 7. So if this was green, that would be green. That would be quite interesting, actually, mathematically. If those 2 were both green, they would be consecutive with digits on their pink lines. but these two can't be the same. So imagine these were 5s. That would have to be a 4-6 pair. That's interesting. I wonder if that is forced for some reason. What would force this to be green? This not being able to be green. So if this was green, what happens? Then one of those. Then this would. Then green. If this was green, there'd be a green in one of those two in box 7. This would be green. I don't think there's a problem there, is there? I'm not sure. Okay. I tell you what I would like to do. I want to see if this thermo works the same as this thermo. I would love it if it did, because this is an even more ludicrous thermo than this thermo. So those, right, so it's going to be something like, where do those 2 digits go in box 2? Yeah, this one is on the Renban. It can't be green either. So this, yeah, this digit here, where does it go? Because of the knight's move, it's not there or there. And it's not in its own row. So that digit, I don't know where it goes, but it is on the Renban. Now this digit is, I think, the same. This yellow digit, as opposed, let's make this orange actually. This orange digit, where does it go in this box? It can't be a knight's move away from itself. So again, it is forced onto the Renban. And then we play the same game, don't we? If these 2 digits are on the Renban, this digit must also be on the Renban, because the Renban is a consecutive set, and therefore that digit is blue. It's a lovely, it's such a simple idea, but it's so elegant. So now, I know blue and green are not the same. So can that be green? I don't know. That looks very confusing. I've got, if that was 1, 2, 3. No, that couldn't be 1, 2, 3. Because then, that's actually weird. That can't be 1, 2, 3, because this digit wouldn't be able to have any value, because it would have to be consecutive with 2. And yet it couldn't be 1 or 3, because it would see that one by knight's move and this one by Sudoku. So this is not a consecutive set of digits. So there is a gap in this sequence, which is not very surprising, because a 3-length thermo, you could have 159 on it very easily. But, oh, there was a hooting sound. That wasn't Maverick, that was coming from ground level. So if this was 159, it couldn't be. No, it couldn't be, because these 2 have to get on a 6-cell Renban. So, okay, those 2, let's say they were 1 and 6. Then this digit is 2, 3, 4, or 5. And it is 1 and 6. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be a middly digit. That, it feels like this wants to be on this sequence as well. Actually, where would that go? Maybe that's impossible. That would be, that would become green. Right, so that's, okay, there is a chance this has to be green. If I can convince myself it has to be on this Renban, I think it does. And the way I'm seeing that is from my 1, 2, 3 example. If this digit, whatever this digit is, I know it's on this sequence. It's on this 6-digit sequence of consecutive digits. The only way that this digit is not on that sequence then is if this digit is one extreme part of this. So imagine this was, let's imagine this was 8, and this was 9, and then this sequence was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That you might think would work, but it wouldn't work, would it? Because that can't be an extreme digit on this sequence, because this digit is definitely on that sequence as well. I don't know if I've explained that well, but I mean, that is logically true. Because these digits, well, let's do it a different way. Let's do it a different way. We've proved these can't be consecutive with each other, because if this was 4, 5, 6, for example, the problem with that is that 4, 5, and 6 are then on that sequence because of the Sudoku properties that we've already discovered. But this digit is meant to be consecutive with this one. So this is meant to be a 4 or a 6, and yet it sees those two digits. So this is not a consecutive sequence, so there's a gap in it. And that's great, because that allows this digit to exist from a Sudoku perspective. But the gap that it is engendered between the bulb here and the tip has to include that digit within its range, because that digit is consecutive with this one. I don't know if that's as convincing as well, but let's do it. I really want to make sure that everyone can follow this. So let's try and do it a different way. So let's say this was 4, 6, 8. Then obviously this is 5 or 7, and it's between 4 and 8, so it must live on this line. That's very clear. And if we try and close that gap, make these closer together, now this can't be 5 because it sees 5, and it wouldn't have mattered if this was 7. This one couldn't have been 7 then, because it would see it. So if this was like this, this would have to be 7, and obviously between 5 and 8 you get that digit. I mean, it's everything I'm saying is true. I don't know whether I've and therefore this digit has to appear on this Renban. And where does it go? Well, because of the Knight's move, it can't go in any of these cells. And it can't go, it's not blue, is it? So it must be green. It's like one of these things that's, the more you say it, the more obvious it is, and yet actually articulating it as purely as I'd like to make it indisputably true. I've tried it a few different ways, and hopefully you can see it is true. And it's going to do a bit more down here. Look, it gets us a green. Oh, this was the exciting thing. Because that now, yeah, this is exciting. Because what that does is green is now placed everywhere. But I want to look at these digits now. Oh, now hang on, this is sick. This is absolutely sick. Because let me explain. So this was something I noticed before, is that whatever this, let's make this digit 5, just for the sake of exposition. Now, these little 2-cell Renbans are going to contain digits that are consecutive with 5, aren't they? They're going to be 4 and 6 in the example where this is 5. But they have to be different from one another. And yet, this digit, the blue digit, is consecutive with the green, because it's linked to it by this Renban. So one of these has to be blue. Well, it's not this one. That's a Knight's move away. So that what we've done here is prove, because one of these has to be blue, because any Sudoku digit is consecutive with a maximum of 2 digits. 1 and 9 are only consecutive with 1. So we now know, because there are 2 consecutive digits that are consecutive with green in the puzzle, that green is not extreme, which was also actually available to us from this thermos properties. But because one of these has to be blue and this one can't be, that is blue. And I'm sure this is going to do something. He says. Actually, it might not. Where's blue in... Yeah, okay, where is blue in box 5? That's a reasonable question. This blue sees those two. This blue sees that one. So it is on the thermo here. And therefore I get it, look, in this box down here. And that's consecutive with another digit. Oh, blue is less than green. Right, hang on. There is now stuff going on here. There's sort of the ordering of the numbers is becoming clearer. Oh, I've got something else. Oh, Chan, you are so gifted, my friend. Look, right. I have proved here that blue and green are consecutive. I've proved here that on a thermometer, blue is less than green. Well, how could blue go in the bulb here? Because if they're consecutive, let's say this was 5, and let's say, sorry, let me get this the right way around. Let's say that green was 5 and blue was 4, which is the correct way round because we know blue is less than green. Well, if this was 5 and we put 4 in the bulb, what would we put between the 4 and the 5? We'd have to put 4.5 or something. We can't do that. So they have to be adjacent to each other on the thermo. So now blue is definitely, it's not very surprising that it's on this Renban given green is on it, but it is. Blue is in one of 2 cells, I think, in box 4. I can place blue exactly in this box by Sudoku. Oh, and that's good. That one sees that one by Knight's move. So I get blue here, so I get blue here, and I get all the blues. So I've got all the blues and all the green. Oh, now I've got, hang on. Now I've got another. So those 2 digits are the same, I think. Because blue is consecutive with green, but neither of these can be green, so they've got to be their own. They're a new digit that we've just discovered. I'll make them orange, i.e. the digits that's consecutive with blue that isn't green. So, and it's going to be lower, isn't it? It's going to be lower. So orange, because we know that in our little sequence here. Yeah, there's so much going on here. It's very difficult to keep track of. I'm going to make that yellow as well, because this digit is higher than green, because green is consecutive with blue, which is lower than it, and consecutive with this digit, which must therefore be higher than it. So there's a yellow digit. That's annoying. I was hoping I was going to know. I know that this one can't be yellow, because yellow can't be less than blue. So I think yellow is in one of those 3 cells in box 5. And probably what we have to do is figure out something about orange. Which, yeah, okay, where's orange in this box? It's in one of 2 cells, which means it's in one of 2 cells in box 7. Can't be in this one by Sudoku. Where is... Oh my word, right. Where is orange in box 5? And I think it's a lot more restricted than I realised when I first looked at this. Where is orange? It's not in the column with its own colour. Now this pattern is very powerful actually in this instance, because I don't know which of these is orange. But look at this cell. Could this be orange? No, because it would knock orange out of its row and this one by night smooth. So neither of those can be orange for that reason. The middle cell can't be orange because that sees both of those. So those three are out, these are out, and that one is a night smooth away from itself. So that is orange. And now this can't be yellow, I think. No, but lovely. Where's orange in column 5? Let's do that first. It can't be a night smooth away from itself or in its own row, so it is on this Renban at the top. So it's in one of those two cells in box 3. And I just want to come back to this Renban. So I now have orange on here, which I know, yeah, this is really interesting. Don't mock me. No, I think it really is, because if we, I'm just going to draw up a hierarchy of colours using letters, actually. So from the Renbans we've established at the moment, we know yellow. Let's put yellow in the middle of the sequence. Yeah, this is the top digit we've discovered so far. And then immediately below that is green. Immediately below that is blue. And immediately below that is orange. So this is the sort of ordering of colours that we know exists. So each of these is one different. So if this was 9, if yellow was 9, green would be 8, blue would be 7, orange would be 6. Now, let's have a look at this Renban then. It's got orange on it, which is this one, but it doesn't have blue on it. So these two digits are the digits that are two. So I've put these in the wrong order because these two digits are the two digits that are lower than orange in the sequence, and you can see yellow is higher. So this definitely can't be yellow. So yellow is in one of those two now. Oh, wait a second. Oh, please let that be right. Does this have to have yellow on it? It's got green on it, and it hasn't got blue on it. Yes, so look at this. This Renban, this 3-cell diagonal Renban, it's got green on it, which is this one, and these two digits are going to be consecutive, or the two consecutive digits with green, but they can't be blue. So they must be yellow on whatever is higher than yellow. So one of those is yellow, which sees this one. This can't be yellow now. It would knock both of those out from being yellow. So yellow is now on this. Yellow is on this thermometer, which means it's nearly placed in box. It's on this Renban. So all of these digits, yellow, green, blue, and orange, are on this Renban. And yellow is in one of those two. So it's very likely, I think. No, we don't know. Maybe not. See, this Renban might not have orange on it. It might not have yellow on it. So should we? Let's move this up. I'll move it to here. So yellow, green, blue, orange. And the reason I want to do that is that this one, I need to make those two something, don't I? Because I've definitely got two digits lower than orange on this Renban. So what colours should we make those? Should we make those red? Oh no, I won't put red next to orange. I'll put the red there. And I'll make that one indigo or purple. I think I'll go for purple. So these are red and purple. So let's put red, purple in here. I don't know the order. And therefore, and this is green, and that goes up to yellow, which is here. And then there's going to be a digit here that's higher than yellow. Ah, well, okay. Oh, actually this might... No, that's okay. I thought I'd broken it. I haven't broken it, I don't think. Okay, so the digits on this Renban are yellow and the digit higher than yellow. So and I haven't coloured that yet because these two, remember, these are at the bottom of the sequence. So we need a new colour on here for the digit that's higher. Let's make it indigo. Now, which one of these is indigo? Because the important thing to note about the indigo digit is it's not a colour we've already had. We've had these orange, blue, green and yellow, and we've got the two digits here that are lower than orange, whereas this indigo digit is higher than everything we've ever seen before. So it has to go in one of these two. Now, could it go here? Where would we put that indigo digit in box 5 if this was indigo? It would knock Knight's Move out of those, Knight Sudoku out of those. It couldn't go in at all. So that one has to not be indigo. This has to be indigo. So this is yellow. So this is not yellow. This is yellow. And indigo now has to be exactly there because the Knight's Move takes it out of this one. So indigo now goes at the very top of our sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got seven colours approximately identified. And these two are the remaining. That's going to have to be quite a low digit, isn't it? Because that's, I mean, this is interesting. Because this sequence that I've got here is literally a 7-digit sequence. It's connected through the mapping and the geometry and the furniture in the puzzle. They're all connected to each other by these little ligatures like this and this and this. So this is actually a sequence. I don't know the order of purple and red, but I do know that this is a sequence of 7. So these digits are either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are the options. And the indigo digit is therefore 7, 8, or 9. I don't know if I want to do this. This might be a way for madness to lie. Okay, so in yellow, I'm just going to have a quick look at this. I might abandon this because I'll get myself confused. So yellow must be 1 less than indigo. Green must be 1 less than that, which I've got so much I can do the green. Oh, but that's going to come onto this cell. Ugh. Then yeah, now okay, so yeah, so it goes yellow, then green, then blue is 1 less than green. So we've got 4s, 5s, or 6s in blue. It's not helped actually by having this marked yellow and being in a green cell, and I appreciate that. So blue, and then orange is 1 less than blue. So orange is 3, 4, or 5. So which one of these has to... So a 4, 5, or a 6 we know has to appear on these 6-cell Renbans. So that's that one, which is already on them. So I can't extrapolate from that. And then these two digits are within 2 of this one and on the low side of it. So they could include 1 if this was 3, 2, 1, couldn't they? and then 3, 2. So 3. So then the sequence would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that doesn't work actually, because then this would be 8 or 9. This bulb, it would be bigger than the digits that are meant to be bigger than it. This, yeah, okay, this is good. So orange, which is at the, remember the orange is at the top of this 3-cell sequence. Yeah, we've got to allow, well, this bulb, yes, no, there's a better way of visualizing this. What we've now learned is that these 7 digits in box 5 are a continuous sequence. So the digits, and they're a continuous 7-cell sequence. So they're either one, we've said this already, but I haven't articulated it quite this way. So they're either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at one extreme, or at the other extreme, they're 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So they do include 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for definite, which means the digits that are not in this sequence are 1s, 2s, 8s, and 9s. Now, what is this? This is not 8 or 9, it's 2. It's got to be lower than those, so that is a 1 or a 2. And therefore, well, okay, so this is another way of explaining why this can't be a 3. Because if that's 3, this is a 1, 2, and that can't exist. So orange is not 3. Which means, of course, that blue is not 4. Which means that, going up again, green is not 5. Going up again, yellow is not 6 now. I quite like this. This is really interesting. Which means that indigo is not 7. I've only got 2 indigos. Okay, so these 2 digits now, they can't, I think they're 2, 3, 4. They can't be 5 because they'd be bigger than orange, and that doesn't exist on this line. So if this is 5, these are a 4, 3 pair. This is 4, these are a 2, 3 pair. Now, what on earth do we do with this? 6. So, okay, here is an interesting point. Orange, I've now limited to 4 or 5. Now, we worked out earlier that 6-cell rem bands have to contain the digits 4, 5, and 6. So orange has to appear on this rem band. And it's going to be in one of those 3 positions. That's very distressing. I can't do that. Okay, what's higher? What's this digit then? 5, 6, 7, which is green. So it could be yellow. Actually, it really could be yellow, couldn't it? Yellow would be good because it would give me another yellow. So this could be yellow. It can't be indigo, actually. It can't be indigo. So it's either yellow or it could be that one, if that one is a high digit. Wow, I don't know. Purple. Where's purple in that column? That digit hasn't appeared yet. Can't be there by night's move. It's not that one because that's in the same box. That's purple. So that's 2, 3, or 4. So that digit is the same as that. Those 3 digits are the same. That's it. That's going to do it, actually. I can see why as well. Right. I need to do more colouring. Some of you will be delighted about this. Yeah. I think simply what we have to do is colour this. I'll use grey. I'll use lime green. That's my full complement of colours used. So, now the question, where's grey in column 6? Answer there, I think. Now, why do I care about this? Well, because now I can ask where grey goes in column 5, and it's going to have to be here. So let's put that in. Now I want to ask what this is, because this digit is definitely higher than green, so in our hierarchy, it's yellow, indigo, or any digit higher than indigo. Well, it could be yellow. It really can't be indigo. And the only other digit in here that could be higher than green, other than yellow, green is this one, is grey if grey was high. But this digit can't be grey by Sudoku, not because of numbers, just because of Sudoku. So this digit has to be yellow in the hierarchy, which means this digit is also yellow. Even though it's labelled with orange. Forgive me for that. So yellow is in one of those 2. Yellow is 7 or 8. This aid memoir was sort of a good idea, but it's really getting confusing now. Orange. Okay, so orange I've now got in box 4 because of this. I know one of those 2 is orange. Hang on, where's orange? Yeah, no, because that is not. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that's purple or red. I'm not saying it can't be orange. Right, where's orange in column 9? It's got to be in one of these 3, not that one. So orange is in one of these 2. Bother. But no, orange does have to be on this line, but it is. Okay, I must be able to get these 2, or at least colour them within. One of them has to be red. I haven't put red in this column, so I can get red. And then this one has to be something. Lime green. So, okay, that's quite interesting. Because now lime green is not on this Renban at the top. So this can't be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Renban. The best it could be is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Renban. No, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Renban. One of these is purple. So what's the other colour I've not put in here? It's purple and something. Like, indigo. They're purple and indigo. And indigo is at the top of the food chain. Although, so if indigo, it's got yellow on it, so it could have indigo on it. All right, what are the digits at the bottom then? Lime green is one of them. And red. That's lime green, red. So, that's amazing, isn't it? So red is in one of those 2 in box 4. Well, okay, what about row 6 now? I need a red. I need something else as well. Purple. Red and purple. And one of whichever one this one is, that is a red or a purple. I don't know which one it is, but it is, from the row perspective, it's red or purple. And whichever it is, it's missing from that Renban altogether. So this Renban, it definitely can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It also can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, sorry, it's a 6-cell Renban. So it can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's at least 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this Renban has to have 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 on it now. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are on that Renban. Oh, that digit's not 5, is it? Because this is labelled as 6, 7. No meaning. What about that digit then? Do we know what that colour is? We know it's got to be less than blue, which is going to include, it can't be orange, it can't be red, it could be purple, it can't be lime green, actually. Or grey. Ah, hang on, what's this digit? That could be important. What is this bulb? So just from my league table here, I know it's lower than blue. So it's orange, purple, red, or one of these newfangled colours we haven't understood yet. But the newfangled colours were grey and lime green, which both see this cell by Knight's Move and Sudoku. So it's not those. So it has to be one of the original 7 in the original sequence, which means it is either orange, which it can't be, purple or red, and it can't be red. So I think it has to be purple, which makes that one not purple, this one purple. So we get an 8, 9 up here. Purple is 2, 3, or 4. Now indigo is in one of these cells by Sudoku. And indigo is on this, it's on this thermometer, but it's a massive digit, so it's probably in the tip. That feels like it's trying to tell me something, doesn't it? I think we're getting close to figuring this out now. Just got to have a few more epiphanies and we'll be there. So, how are we going to have our epiphanies? Where are we going to have our epiphanies? Let's try to do some more Sudoku. Yellow can't be here, so yellow is in one of 2 places. Maybe I've got to... I'm worried I'm going to get myself so confused with this, my aide memoir. I almost want to put it somewhere different. I'm not sure where to do that. And where's the obvious place to... Is there an obvious place to look? Column 3, maybe? Is that helpful? Where is... Almost interesting to ask where grey goes in column 3. I think it's either at the top or the bottom. Red can't go there. Lime green can't go there. Is this one under... Maybe this one. No, it could be grey, it could be red. So it's... Sorry, I wondered whether it was in some way a naked single or something. Or is it to do with what we... Yeah, we know that this digit is not on there. So if... I don't know what the order is, though. How are we ever going to know that? So this Renban, it's definitely got green on it and yellow. So it has to have, it's got blue on it. So it's got to have, has it got to have indigo on it? If it doesn't have this one on it. Oh, it probably is something like that, isn't it? That would be huge, actually, because I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know where indigo went. I would know indigo couldn't go here. It's going to be something like that, isn't it? I know it is. But let me just, I don't know. Oh dear. Come on, Simon. Pull yourself together, you Wally. What's the easy way of doing this? Is there an easy way of doing it? Red in this box. One of 3 places. I need a different way of recording this sequence because it's not helping me at the moment. I know it isn't. So how else could I do it? I know how I could do it. I could draw a line. So the line is going, indigo is at the top. Oh no, I want to go indigo yellow if I can do that. Indigo yellow green. So they indigo yellow, yellow green, green blue, blue orange. Oh, I don't think this is working, is it? Blue orange. And then this line here. So I just have to, all I've got to do is internalize this, and then I can just delete this RAID memoir, and I'm going to be pleased to get rid of it. Actually, it's sort of served its purpose, but now it's just confusing me. Oh, that got rid of the 6, 7 there. So let's just get rid of G, get rid of B, get rid of O, get rid of PR. Okay, and hopefully I'll be good now to think it through. So let us consider. So if actually indigo being on this thermo, if indigo was in this position, this would have to be an 8 and this would have to be a 9, and then grey would have to be in that position, wouldn't it? So this would go indigo grey and this would be red, which doesn't look impossible, actually. But how else could we? I don't see how to do this at all. All right, what else can we do in this row? What else do we need to put in? We need to put red in it, that's for sure, and we need to put grey in it. So this digit is red or grey. If red was on here, it would have to be here. Red definitely can't go there. So that could be red. But it could also be grey if grey is a low digit. And that could be grey just about if this was an 8 and grey was a 9. Okay, so that's something, but it's not enough, is it? It's really not. I think probably it's to do with this sequence, which, looking at my list, we've got it. We've definitely got orange on it. We've definitely got blue on it. We've definitely got green on it. We've definitely got yellow on it. And the digit that's higher than yellow is indigo. Does indigo have to be on here? That's probably the right question. If indigo was not on there, then this is a 6-cell sequence, the top cell of which is yellow, which is this one, and therefore all of those digits would be on it, and it would contain this digit, which it doesn't. So indigo is on this. That's probably the crucial insight, is it? So no, it's not. It's true, but it doesn't help me here, I don't think. But I also know, aha, that's it. So now I can say, because I know that this digit, which is, I don't know what it is, but it's one of those two, is the red and purple are definitely higher than lime green. And because this doesn't have red or purple on it, it definitely doesn't have lime green. So where is lime green in this box? It's got to be there. Can't be a night's move away from itself. Now, maybe that does something. Yeah, that's going to mean lime green. Yeah, it's doing little things. Where's lime green? Oh, actually, no. Here, this is good, actually. Where's lime green in this box, then? It's in one of these cells. So where's lime green in this box? It's got to be there, because it can't be a night's move away from itself. So I get a lime green. Now I get a lime green over here, which has to be... So that's a pair now. Which must mean I know something I didn't know before about these two. Where's yellow in box 1? One of those two cells, which means this isn't yellow, which means this is yellow. And that seems to also, which we can pencil mark, but also it's placed orange. So orange was 4 or 5. So now orange is coming out of this cell and being plonked into this one. And that is a pure orange cell. And, well, now this is lovely, because how could this be indigo? If that's indigo, it knocks indigo off this thermo. So that is not indigo. So this is indigo, which means this isn't indigo, which means this is indigo. And that's quite important for reasons that we've already sort of grokked might be emerging from the thermo Renbanic fog that we've been in. Because now indigo can't be 9. Indigo is going to be 8. So what's 9 going to be? 9's going to have to be grey, which is going to have to be that digit. So this is now red, which is 2, 3, or 4. But I think we've now got an extension of our sequence, because effectively we could link this one to that one using our ligatures. And we know the order. I'm trying to. Oh, I'm wondering whether I'm going to have the ability to colour the whole thing before, and then do the last bits of it really fast, which might be a fool's errand. But let's just see if we can do that. Because also now we know the sequence goes 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So these are a 2, 3 pair. And of course this digit is a 1. I don't know, this is probably silly, isn't it, doing this? I just find it amusing. So, okay. Okay, and now we can presumably... Oh, yeah, we can. Look, grey can't appear in this cell because it would be a knight's move away from itself. And this is going to do the ordering of the 2s and 3s. This is so fantastic, honestly. Because now the sequence on this line, the top digit on it is 8, and it's a 6-cell sequence. So it goes 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and we know this digit's a 3, and we know it's not red, so it is purple. Oh, and therefore that is red. And this is grey. And you can see how it's all sort of coming together. This is now purple, and this is going to be red, And okay, I might. Okay, I know. Let's keep going with this. What are those ones then? Now, do we know one of them's grey? I don't actually know the order. I don't think. Oh, I do, because this is yellow. So I do know the order up there. So that makes the corner digit yellow. And I don't know where these ones. What are those in terms of? One of them is indigo. That's true. One of them's presumably grey because that one is not grey. And one of them is lime green. Okay. Now, is some sort of knight's move creeping into these? Don't know. We need to put, so there's hang on, there's a red in this column. Where's red? It's got to be down at the bottom here. So where's red in row? Actually, I don't know, because this isn't a sequence. We don't know what that sequence is yet. So red could be in either of those cells. I've got to be careful there. It's not quite done. It's not quite done yet. I've still got to be a little bit diligent here. So let's just take it easy. That's going to be a 9. We know yellows are going to be 7. But okay, what about this column? So this digit is not indigo or grey. So it has to be, by Sudoku, lime. And that's probably going to do it now, because this has to be that one. This has to be grey. So this one is definitely indigo. This one's definitely lime. These two digits are red, indigo. These digits, let's work them out. One of them's orange. One of them's what else do we need? We need a purple. Oh, so this is purple orange as a pair because of these two cells, and that should be the digit that we've not thought of yet, which is grey. That's what that one is. So grey is now exactly there. So that's a little win for the goodies. I don't know why I'm writing 8 and 9 into it. That's just foolish. This is 9. This is 8. This is going to be 1. 1, 8. And, okay. Where should we go next? What's going to reach in here and do these 2 3s? That's going to have to be something from the bottom of the grid, I think. Like, where is... I don't know. Should we try column 7 maybe? We've got red and purple. And we've got grey. No, we've got grey now. So we've got red, purple, and something else missing from this column. Indigo. Oh, okay. So indigo's got to go there. That's going to be good. So now we get the red sorted out over there. We get a lime green sorted out in the corner here, which seems to place orange. Is that true? Yeah, yes, it is actually. That is genuinely the only place orange can go, which in turn places red, which in turn places purple at the top, which means this should be purple. This is purple. This is orange. And now we should be really in good shape to finish this magnificent puzzle. So we go 1 there. We go 2 for the reds. We go 3 for those. We go 4s. We go 5s. We go 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s. Boom. Wow. Just wow. What a puzzle that is. It's magnificently clever. The use of the way the thermos interacted with the Wren bands was magical. The selection, the sort of immense power that the short Wren bands had to create the sequence within the digits. I mean, this is an 18-year-old. This is an 18-year-old. Chan, you've done it again. You are an absolute phenom. I love your puzzles, and I just hope they get as big an audience as they deserve. Make Harvard stick this on their website. That's what should happen. It's absolutely brilliant. I loved it. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.